Hello, and welcome to the Kathleen Spracklin podcast. I am a woman on a mission to demystify the Zettelkasten and help you get the Zettelkasten of your dreams on your work table right next to you, where it can help you with all of your knowledge development challenges and all of your writing challenges and all of the wonderful things that a Zettelkasten can do for you. Well, today I'm dealing with a question that pops up from time to time, and it came up again today. People get worried. People who deeply know the Lumen system, many from Germany who've been exposed to it in school, in their education, tell me, that effortless numbering system is problematic. Lumen had the ability to put a new card between any two cards in the Zettelkasten, and your system won't provide for that. Nuh-uh, it does, and I'm going to show you how, and it's effortless. So I've got the down-facing camera ready to go to show that for you, but I want to tell you right now, I've got something fun to share with you at the end of this podcast, so stick around and I will tell you about a fun thing that I'm doing from time to time that I want to share with you. So let's zip on over and find out how it is that effortless numbering doesn't lose out to Lumen's complex mess in any way, shape, or form, especially not in the ability to put two cards between one another where you want them. Let's go take a look and see how that's possible. Okay, here I am with a whole subtree out of my Zettelkasten, and this subtree is built out entirely with effortless numbering system, and it's all fairly recent, and so it all uses the methods that I use today, and I don't have to apologize for cards that were written out 2 years ago that didn't use things like my memory prompt phrase, which is also called the tagline, that appears at the top of every card. So the reason why effortless numbering works in such a way that it is both effortless and you can put new cards in between any cards that you want is owing to the existence of the directory card. The directory card is the magic that lets you do what you need to do with that regard. So let's pull that directory card forward and take a look at how that gets accomplished. Okay, this card, the character leads to the good life, which comes out of Peterson and Seligman's book, Character Strengths and Virtues, and led to a very broad conversation broken down into no fewer than 5 subtrees that came out of this one card. Now, in my world, the fact that all of these memory prompt phrases, all of these taglines are present on one directory card makes me feel that I do not need to control the order in which these appear because they're all right together. But what if someone really strongly felt that the order was very, very, very important to them, and they wanted to be able to control the order in which these were displayed? Why, you could do that quite simply without doing too much damage to this card by simply adding another column here and listing the sort order. Or what if when you added a new one, which would be number 6 by effortless numbering system, you were absolutely insistent that 6 belonged between 1 and 2, and you did not want to use that number 6 because 6 wouldn't come between 1 and 2. I will tell you exactly how to do that. It's a little more work, but if you're adamant that it must come between them, then you will have to do the extra work. And what I would suggest you would do was take out a fresh bib card, 4B1B, 1, 6, your new card, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put it in second if it's really, really, really important that it be in second. And there you'll see your 1 and your 6. Now, if you say, well, don't be ridiculous because 6 is way back there at the end of the line, that's not coming between, then I would simply remind you, well, there are 3 rules in card numbering. just 3. And everyone agrees on these 3 rules. The rules are very simple. Number 1, every card gets a card number. Number 2, no 2 cards get the same card number. This isn't really a card, it's a directory, so it can get away with having the same card number. And the rule number 3 is that if I throw these cards on the floor, you could pick them up and put them back in order just by using the numbers on the cards. Well, how would you get them back in the order you wanted? Well, first of all, you'd throw them on the floor, and then you'd put them all in the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when you got to the directory card, you would see that, no, the order is 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you would simply take the 6 clump and you'd move it up behind the 2 clump. They would physically be located in that order, 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. You wouldn't have broken any rules. You've got the new card in between the old card. You have everything that you've got in a Lumen system. I will still claim that you do that a few times and you will probably decide that 6 can go down there and it really isn't going to be a problem. And if I really need to know that 6 belongs between 1 and 2, I can write a little note right down underneath the 6 and says, this really goes right after 1 and right before 2. And then you wouldn't have to play any silly games or rewrite the whole card. Nothing is lost in information. Nothing is lost in flexibility. There's no reason for the numbering system to be anything but effortless. Okay, I hope that dispelled the worries. If you need order, you can have order. You can put another column and list them in the sort order column. You can rearrange them in your deck. You can write instructions to yourself. Just keep it simple, because the pure fact of the matter is that once you've got a directory card, order becomes far less important than it would if they were just cards and that went on and on and on and on in your box, and you wanted them to be close together so that they could carry on a conversation. They do that just quite effectively on a bib card. Now for the promised fun. Many of you know that I'm part of a community called LiLLiPub, and many times I've shown you this card, LiLLiPub.org, and I've invited you to pop on over and join the Circle for Zettelkasten over on LiLLiPub, where we talk about all things Zettelkasten and have a lot of fun doing that. Well, guess what? LiLLiPub now has its own YouTube channel. YouTube at LiLLiPub. And guess what's going on the YouTube channel for LiLLiPub? We have a fun weekly show called the Zettelkasten, and it's a group of 5 of us who get together and we talk about our Zettelkastens and how we use them, and we play fun games with them, and it gives you a great way of seeing many different Zettelkastens and different approaches and how we work with our Zettelkastens. So I invite you to come on over to the new LiLLiPub YouTube channel and enjoy an episode of the Zettelkasten. And to get you in the mood, I'm adding the intro to the Zettelkasten show right here and right now. See you tomorrow, but don't forget to watch the intro. It's really short, just 30 seconds or so, and it's a lot of fun. And see you over on LiLLiPub's channel, and hopefully in the Circle for Zettelkasten on LiLLiPub.
This is Zettelkast, brought to you by readers, writers, thinkers, and teachers from LiLLiPub, along with our partners in thought, our Zettelkastens. In this show, we share discoveries that our Zettelkastens have shown us.
There you go.
And compare notes on how we're using this marvelous invention in our creative work. Thank you for joining us.
All right, Brooke.
Do it again.
All right.